Hmm. Hello students, welcome back to our video. In the last video we ended up with the discussion of advantages and limitations of accounting, and today we are going to start with a new point, that is accounting as a language of business. Let's start. Uh, it Accounting is also known as language of business. How it is known as language of business? So let's look at in the detail. Accounting is known as a language of business. Through accounting, information of business transactions is provided. Through language, either by writing or speaking or analyzing or interpreting any content is described or explained by one person to another. This function is performed by accounting by providing information of business activities or results to the related parties. Language is used with its own predetermined norms. In the same way, accounting is also used with its own predetermined rules. Language has a feature of flexibility, hence time-based changes are incorporated in it. In the same way, in accounting also, time-based changes are incorporated. So in brief, accounting provides information of accounting, thus information of accounts, so thus it works as a language. So in short, we can say accounting is a language of business. It is a language of business because it is the language that managers use to communicate the firm's financial and economic information to the external parties such as shareholders, creditors, customers, government, and many more. So the language which is used by managers to communicate the economic information to the other parties is known as language of business. Language also has its own predetermined norms, and in the similar way, accounting is also used with its own predetermined rules. So from this we can say that accounting is a language of business and it works as a language. Now another big question, whether accounting is a science or an art. Like with the detailed discussion, we can conclude that accounting is both science as well as art. So let's first how accounting is a science. Science is always based on rules and principles. These rules and principles are universally accepted. Accounting is also a science. Its formation is based on rules and universally accepted principles prepared by human beings. To record economic transactions of the business, they are classified on the basis of accounting rules. To record transactions, an individual skill is not required. Only rules are to be followed. When accounts are prepared by different persons, the process of preparation of accounts and its results would remain the same. Thus, due to rules and principles, accounting is known as a science. In short, we can say that accounting is also science. How? Because you all know that science is always based on rules and principles, and these rules and principles are universally accepted by all people all around the world. For example, sun always rises from east. This is universally accepted truth and fact accepted by all the people all around the world. Same way, accounting is also a science because accounting its formation is based on rules and principles, and these are also universally accepted by the human beings and they are prepared by the human beings. Like for example, to record a transaction, individual does not need a skill because individual just have to follow the rules and rules and principles for recording the transactions. No special skill is required, and it can be done by different people, because the results and accounts would remain the same, because rules and principles have to be followed by all people. The same rules and principles have to be followed, so it can be done by different individuals, because the accounts and the results would always remain the same. So due to the rules and principles of accounting, we can conclude that accounting is a science. Now another question is whether accounting is art or not. So it is also proved that accounting is also considered as art. How? So apart from science, accounting is also known as an art also. Accounting is mainly categorized into three categories: financial accounting, cost accounting, management accounting. So keeping the limitations of this accounting in mind, a specific skill is required to prepare account. So the presentation of anything in a different manner without changing its nature, meaning, rules and principles is known as an art. So in short, we can say that accounting is categorized into three categories: financial, cost accounting and management accounting. So there are some limitations, keeping in mind limitations in accounting, a specific skill is required to identify whether this accounting, financial accounting, cost accounting and management, for identifying the special skills is required. So presentation of anything in a different manner without changing its nature, meaning, rules, principles is known as art. For example, take another example. In a school, there are many teachers, but all teachers have different styles of teaching. Correct? So from this we can say that all teachers have their different art of teaching, different skills, but the results would remain the same. For example, in a school, there are many teachers of accounting, correct? But all teachers would have different styles of teaching accounting subject. But at the end of the year, the syllabus would remain the same, the result would remain the same, everything would be same, but the skill, the method of teaching is different. So in a similar way, accounting is also an art, because accounting is prepared in a different manner, can be prepared in a different manner, but without changing its nature, meaning, rules and principles. So from this we can conclude that accounting is also a science. Accounting is both science as well as art. So now let's begin with another point, that is qualitative characteristics of accounting information. Qualitative characteristics of accounting information means the use of the accounts prepared is not confined to accounts preparers and owners of the business. The information presented in the accounts is used by the different parties. Parties such as creditors, government, lender, institutions are also included. It is expected from accounting that whichever accounts are prepared or presented should have qualitative characteristics. The characteristics like reliability, relevance, understandability and comparison are qualitative characteristics. These characteristics cannot be measured. These qualities assist to sustain trust of users in accounting information. They use this information without any fear. They take the relevant decisions. So in short, we can say, like, whatever accounts are prepared, it is not only used by the owners and the business, but this is all information is also used by different parties. For example, creditors, government, investors, customers, all use this accounting information. So like while presenting accounting, while preparing accounts, like various qualitative characteristics should be kept in mind. Qualitative characteristics should be kept in mind. For example, the accounts presented should be reliable. It should also be relevance, understandability, and comparison. All this four is the qualitative characteristics, and every account, it should be there in accounts. Like whenever accounts are prepared, these four qualitative characteristics should be kept in mind, and like that only the account should be prepared, and so that this will help to maintain the trust of the external parties, and it will also help to build the trust for that business. So these four, like reliability, relevance, understandability, and comparison, are the qualitative characteristics, and they cannot be measured. These qualities helps to sustain the trust of the users in accounting information. So, like in detail, like about reliability, relevance, understandability, and comparison, like in detail, we would be looking that in detail in the next video. So we would be stopping here, and please feel free to ask any questions if you have, or like comment below in the video. Thank you.